I've been giving some thought to Renato's or Paul's comments on the YouTube community. The problem with YouTube is it's still so new and so different than anything else we've experienced. I think it sort of needs to grow into itself. I mean, one thing that occurs to me almost immediately when you look at YouTube is that it really is 4 or 5 different communities. I mean, you've got, you know, the obvious segment of, you know, thrill-seeking videos or entertainment-seeking videos, which are usually, you know, some sort of copyright infringement issue where people are uploading videos from news media, or from TV, or from movies, or whatever, and it has real entertainment and interest value, and people want to see this stuff, and so they upload it, and it's kind of a cool thing, regardless of the copyright issues. It's something I think is unique to the internet and really pretty cool, and you know, I have mixed feelings about that whole issue. Another community that exists here are the creative artists who come in and do really cool animations and really neat edited videos, and then you've got the musicians who come on and do wonderful music and songs. Those are really different kinds of communities. The thing that I'm interested in, and I think the thing that Paul seems to be interested in, although I can't speak for him, is this idea that the real community that interests me in YouTube is the new idea, the idea that it is a personal communication medium, significant, the same way the telephone was significant, the same way that you know, in a way television was significant, although television isn't really a communications medium, it's a broadcast medium. And while broadcasting is a big part of what we do here, when we make a video, we're broadcasting it out. This video that I'm broadcasting today is actually a communication video because I'm responding directly to something that Paul put out there, sort of in the form of a video letter. I think we're kind of at that stage that we were back before the turn of the century, when people were communicating by letter, and you had to compose your thoughts, and you put them down in a letter and sent it out, and then the person who received the letter would read it, compose their thoughts, and reply to the letter, and then you could read that and reply back if you wanted, and the communication would go on that way. It's not really an interactive conversation that you'd have on a chat, for instance, but it's a more composed, more thoughtful form of communication. Pretty interesting, actually, and I think, you know, I find it really fascinating, and it could give us a different way of organizing our thoughts and organizing our opinions on subjects, because you have the time to compose your thoughts. I don't really know if this exists yet in YouTube, but it seems to me like there ought to be a user advisory board that, you know, meets in a more formal way and talks about these issues and works with YouTube and the people who run YouTube to come up with some new ideas and new ways to deal with these problems that we're having. You know, because this is a a really, really cool idea, and it's growing like wildfire, and we really want to get something positive back out of it, and not have it just be, you know, sort of arbitrary or anarchy. You know, I mean, right now there's a fair amount of anarchy, and I think it's really important for us to have some input as users.